Alright, man. What's up, y'all? Pre-workout. Fucking light. Got my pre-workout right here. I have three products in here. Jack 3D Micro, Craze, and Hide. And I also took a capsule of Verso 1. Oh, and also 1 scoop of everything in here. So it's 3 products in here. But in my system, 4 products, including the capsule. We'll see how it goes, man. I just hope I'm not gonna fucking explode. Ugh. But yeah, man, warming up the car as usual. What day is today? Thursday morning, 21st of May. May 21st, man. No, May. March 21st, May. My mind's thinking all the way ahead, like 2 months ahead. March 21st. It's spring already, but it's still a little chilly. Well, it's at nighttime, right? A little chilly. No clouds nowhere. It's good, man. Love living in California, man. Wasn't born here, but you know, I was raised here most of my life. Grew up in Southern California. Not in the suburbs, no. This is like, I grew up with a lot of well, where I live, or where I used to live, a lot of Asian folks. You know, it's not bad. But before that, you know, like elementary school, I grew up with Mexican people, Mexican folks. Yeah, man. Speaking of fucking elementary school, man, I got a story to tell you, man. This is not a lie. I'm not bullshitting in any way. You know, you hear stories, like, you know, you turn on the news or whatever. Every now and then, it seems like the more I watch the news, the more I notice, you know, certain topics come up more and more. It seems like, wow, this is like so like often it happens, you know what I'm saying? You know, like teachers, you know, people with authority, they take advantage of kids and, you know, whatever, right? Sexually, physically, whatever. But usually it's like a sexual abuse or whatever, or some sort of sexual scandal or what have you, right? So back in if I can remember, 6th grade, I had a friend. I won't name him. Let's just call him, I don't know, Joe, whatever, right? Joe something. He's from Mexico. His English wasn't very well, you know what I'm saying? But he was a decent looking guy, you know? Same grade that I was, 6th grade, you know, same class and all that stuff. We had a substitute teacher, right? If I can still remember her and how I recalled how she looked like. Back then, she was pretty hot, you know, for a teacher, like, you know, a bunch of 6th graders, you know, looking at like a 23 or 24-year-old, like, damn, you know, right? Fantasies about like older women back then. So he told me, okay, this is not a lie, I'm not joking or, you know, trying to like make up some stories or whatever. Back then, like in 6th grade, I had no idea like what sex was. I mean, I kind of get the concept, right? But I didn't know how babies were made. Not yet, at least. Then. So my friend Joe, right? Or okay, let's backtrack. I'll give you the scenario first. So our regular teacher, she had to go on some kind of teacher conference sort of thing for like a few days, and we had the substitute teacher, right? But this substitute teacher, she like teaches like certain classes or whatever. Well, she's a substitute teacher. So when our regular teacher was gone, is it recording? Okay. When our regular teacher was gone, right, you know, she filled in as a substitute. We'll just call her, this substitute teacher, I don't know, Miss White. Okay, we'll just call her Miss White. Ms. White. And my friend, when we were in the playground, you know, I guess he finally like told me. He was like, hey, guess what? I'm like, what's up? You know, 6th graders, you know. And I forgot how it went, but basically he said he fucked her. You know what I'm saying? Or they fucked. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how he said it. Like, hey, you know, the teacher. I'm like, yeah, what's up? We fucked, or we had sex or whatever. I'm like, nah, get out of here, this and that. You know, I was like, whatever, right? He was telling like me and like my other 6th grader friends too. We're like, yeah, whatever. No, or I think he just told me. I forgot. But it was one of those. Anyways, I was like, whatever, this and that. And he keep on saying that. I didn't believe him for nothing, you know. I was like, whatever, sure. And then because, you know, back then in 6th grade, I didn't know how babies were made, you know. I mean, I knew the concept of sex, but I didn't know how babies are actually made. Is it recording? Okay. So I remember asking him, so if you guys had sex, how come she's not pregnant or she doesn't have a baby? And this is what he said. This is the most funniest thing now. Now when I think back, is it recording? Okay, because like sometimes it shuts off. Or actually, let me stop it real quick and then record again. Alright, let me put you somewhere so y'all can see me. Right here, is it good? Shit, it's tipping. Let me show you, because he showed me this and I was just like, okay, so that's why I have to show y'all. Fuck. Okay, it's recording. Hello, okay. So I asked him, right, I'm like, so how come she didn't get pregnant if you guys had sex, right? And he said, well, because this was his thinking back then, and I didn't know, you know, how babies were made. You know, just knew the concept of sex. That was it, right? And this is what he said, and he did this exactly. He said, okay, this is the pussy, right? And this is the hole, right? And this is the wall, right? The end, right? This is the beginning, right? And this is my dick, right? Well, my dick was like small, and it could only like fit like this much. And I'm like, okay, and he said, well, my dick was this small, and to get pregnant, the tip of the dick has to touch the end of the wall in order for the woman to get pregnant. That's exactly how he explained it to me. I was like, oh, no kidding. And I believed him too, you know. I mean, keep in mind, this was in 6th grade, right? This was before I knew how babies were made, how babies were really made, right? Is it recording still? Okay. So I was like, okay, yeah, okay, sure. I mean, that makes sense, right? Because, hey, I was a kid, so I didn't, you know. I'm like, whatever. But I still had, like, didn't really believe him, like, you know, that's a teacher, you know, that's the authoritative figure, you know, like, you know, it was still, like, far-fetched, you know. I was like, yeah, sure. But what really made me believe that happened was there was another friend that I had, a Mexican guy. Not to say that Mexican people are perverts, okay? I mean, I'm a pervert myself too sometimes, you know, but I'm just saying, right? So my friend Joe, and we'll call my other friend, let's just make it easy, like, what's Joe? Bob. Let's call my other friend Bob, right? So I think the teacher was really flirtatious. You know why? This was in class, keep in mind, daytime, okay? The doors were open, right? It seems like she didn't give a fuck, okay? There was an incident that happened that made me believe my friend Joe, like, oh shit, this shit really went down, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and I forgot to mention that, so I asked him, so where did you guys have sex? You know what I'm saying? It's not like she's going to take you to her house, or she's going to go to your house because your parents are home. And he's like, no, see, she's a substitute teacher, right? Well, she also tutors. She went to my house, you know, tutor, right? And you know, they locked the door, whatever, and that's where they fucked. You know what I'm saying? True story, dude. I'm not making that shit up, dude. Fucking cross my heart, hope to die. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, okay, fast forward. During class, an incident happened where I really believed him. Okay, is it recording? Okay, sometimes it shuts off. Okay. We were all sitting in class, right? It was like, you know, during class hours. My friend Joe, he, and this guy is also, you know, my friend Joe, he's like a little pervert too. So he went up to the teacher and asked him some questions, whatever, and I can see that he was like really next to her, close to her, like, you know, the teacher's desk, you know, like because how the classroom is set up, right? It's like students face the front and then the chalkboard and the teacher facing us, right? But how her desk is, it's not your typical desk, right, Joe? It's just a regular flat desk and there's nothing underneath, so you can basically see through. She had a skirt, okay? Keep that in mind. She had a skirt on, right? Anyways, my friend Joe walked up to her and asked her some questions, whatever, this and that. And I was working on some home work or whatever, and you know, I noticed he walked up to her and he was like asking her questions, this and that, and they were just like kind of giggling and stuff like that. And he was right next to her, right? And he was kind of rubbing on her, and I saw what I seen. You know what I'm saying? He was actually like rubbing up on her, this and that, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy, because, you know, back then I was like, whoa, you know, this, you know, I never seen shit like that before, you know, not even porn yet, you know what I'm saying? Is it recording? Okay. And not even nudie magazines yet, you know what I'm saying? Or Playboy. Well, actually, yeah, I've seen Playboy because my fucking friends brought like little fucking scissor cutout, you know, from magazines, whatever. But anyways, that's besides the point. And then as he was leaving, right, he just accidentally dropped his like pencil on the floor. And remember I said how her table is? There's nothing underneath. It's just a flat table, right? It kind of looks like a big kidney bean, you know, like one of those like kindergarten, like school teacher tables, like a kidney bean shaped, and there was nothing underneath. He dropped his pencil, and remember, keep in mind, she had a skirt on, right? I swear to God, dude, on my grave, dude, cross my heart, dude. He bent down. Is it recording? Okay. He bent down, right? And he was looking under her skirt. Now, she had her legs kind of crossed, right? She had her legs crossed, right? And when he was bending down and like pretending to look, I swear to God, dude, she fucking uncrossed her legs and opened it. You know what I'm saying? Like, opened it. You know how when a guy sits down, he's like, you know, sitting down like this, and you know, he has his legs like at I don't know, 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, right? Just like, you know, like how a man sits, right? and a woman sits, she crosses her legs when she sits down. This teacher uncrossed her leg and had her leg at like 10 o'clock and then her other leg at 2 or 3 o'clock. Wide open, dude. I swear to God. No bullshit. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like witnessing this, you know, and my other classmates, they were like irrelevant, you know, they were like irrelevant about the situation. The reason why is because I think that he didn't tell them about the situation or about the incident that he told me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they were like, okay, yeah, he's just dropping his pencil, fooling around, whatever. But I knew that, the fact that he told me that they had sex. That's why when that happened, I'm like, whoa, that's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And she's actually opening up her legs for him to actually look under her skirt or her short dress. Okay, so now let's bring my other friend, right? What's his name? Damn, I forgot his made-up name again. Bob, right? Bob. So my other friend, my other perverted friend, is it recording? Okay, this is gonna be a long video. My other perverted friend saw what was happening, and I guess he told him as well. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he told me, and then him, and then maybe like another guy. So it's just like only 4 of us knew, but the rest of the class didn't know. And he did the same thing. He kind of like just threw his pencil, because he was sitting in the front side rows, or the front, but on the corner. So he saw what was happening. So he threw his pencil towards the desk, and he was like kind of like looking, and both of them were like looking for, they were pretending to look for their pencils. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, crawling closer and closer and looking up her dress. And this lasted for, I would say, a whole like 30 seconds, dude. A whole 30 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Like the pencil dropping to where my other friend Bob went and, you know, tried to look under her dress. She had, and she come on, dude. I mean, isn't it obvious? Like, she was pretending to like do paperwork or whatever. And I was witnessing this the whole fucking time. I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy, you know? Like, they're like, whoa, you know, like what was going, like in my mind, 6th grader, what was going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and from then on, I believed them, because what teacher would allow that, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking stupid camera, dude, just shut off when I was at the best part. Anyways, like I was saying, if I knew where I fucking stopped, but I gotta fucking stop it and then look at the screen back here to rewind and then see where I left off. Okay, so the my friend Joe, okay, he went up, he was rubbing on, you know, her, well, he was pretending to ask questions, but I saw he was rubbing on you know, her leg and all that stuff, and I could tell, you know, it was obvious. And then he was just asking some question, and they were giggling, whatever, right? The teacher and my friend, the 6th grader. So as he was coming back to this, he accidentally dropped his pencil, right? And like I was saying, like the teacher's desk, it's not your regular teacher's desk, you know, it has drawers and you can't see the feet. This desk is like one of those, it looks like a giant kidney bean shaped desk and has nothing underneath, right? Recording? Okay, good. So okay, keep in mind the teacher, she had her legs crossed, right? Like crossed, like how crossed, you know? Okay. And also, this is off topic, but you know how when a man sits down, you know, like if he's a man, then he has his like, you know, he's like leaning back, you know, sitting like this, right? And he has his leg in 10 o'clock and his other leg at 2 o'clock, like, you know, just sitting like a man, right? Ladies, women, when they sit down, obviously they have to cross their legs, you know, otherwise it'll look not ladylike. Is it recording? Okay, good. Okay, this fucking thing shuts off. Okay, so so you basically, where I was sitting, I could basically see her feet and her skirt, right? Or basically everything if she opened up her legs. I was sitting out about, I would say probably right here, that, and then maybe her desk was about where the bush is at. So it's not that far. I would say like about 13, 14 feet, maybe, more or less. No, probably like 15, 16 feet. Okay? So, my friend dropped this pencil, or he pretended to drop his pencil. And right when he dropped it, he saw her, she was wearing a skirt, or a short dress. She crossed her legs, right? Or she had her legs crossed to begin with. When he dropped down and he was kind of like looking and looking, she uncrossed her legs, you know, one at 10 o'clock and the other at 2 o'clock. Okay, recording, okay, good. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck, you know, like in my mind I was like, whoa, what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And the other classmates, besides my other friend, I think he also told that they had, or the teacher and my friend Joe had sex. My other friend, Tom, right? No, not Tom. Bob, right? He also saw what's going on. So he pretended to drop his pencil. He actually threw his pencil. No, actually he didn't throw it. He walked up and he was pretending to ask her questions too. And then just like 2 seconds, then he came back and he dropped his pencil. And him, my friend Bob, and my other friend Joe were both somewhat under the table. It was close to the table, but they were etching closer and closer under the table. And she still had her legs at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I was like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, I was thinking that. And I was like, and after that incident, I believed him. I totally believed that. Yes, they had sex. They had sex. Because no teacher, you know what I'm saying, would allow that. You know what I'm saying? Come on. And they were both there, like, looking for a black pencil on a white tile, or, like, not even a white tile, like, this kind of color of a tile, you know, like, a skin color tile. Come on, you can't find a black pencil on this kind of tile, this color kind of tile. Come on, dude, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was obvious what they were doing. Like, I knew what they were doing. The other kids, they probably didn't know. The reason why is because my friend didn't tell them what happened that he told me, which was they had sex, you know what I'm saying? And she was a tutor, like, back then, and they fucked, basically, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, whoa, my mind was just blown. I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy, you know? That was like, I was in 6th grade at the time, so I was shocked. I was like, whoa, that's fucking crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, she was the hot teacher that fucked my friend, you know what I'm saying? And he was in 6th grade. And this was a long time ago, man. This was in, let me see, 94. No, fuck, not 94. 94, I was 8th grade. 93, I was 7th grade. 92, about circa 92. Circa 92, right? Because when you start freshman, it's like 15, 14, 15. So you count back, right? So, yeah, about like circa 92. I was like 12 or 13 at the time. And 6th grade, right? And is it recording? Okay. Oh, fucking battery, man. It's fucking dying already. Fuck. Luckily, I have a spare. Oh, okay. So, that's what happened. And, you know. And yeah, I mean, she was like always the teacher that us 6th graders were like, oh, look at that, she's fucking hot, you know, this and that. So yeah, I mean, that shit was happening, like, you know, the teacher-student relationship thing was happening like way back, dude, when I was in 6th grade, bro. And, you know, and now it's just barely like touching the, or is it recording? Now it's just barely catching attention, you know? It's like fucking crazy, man. You know, now it's just catching attention. So you would think like fucking, like a lot of fucking shit has happened, you know what I'm saying? A lot of fucking like shit like that has happened, you know? But here's the thing about this was, This guy, he was expelled from our, okay, fast forward after 6th grade, 2 years later, 8th grade, right? This guy was so sexually like perverted, like perverse, like he was just sick, like sexually, right? That he got expelled from our school. A few incidents, but one of them was he always took out like this was like close to at the end of 7th grade and 8th grade. He would like take out his dick and show everybody like, hey, look at me, to like not really us, like us as friends, but like to like the girls and to other fucking guys. And he was just like, hey, look at this, and he would like pick his pubic hair and put it on people, and that's how fucked up he got. So you know, sex at an early age, man, can fuck you up. Anyways, man, I'm glad this fucking recorded and not fucking. See, look, the fucking light is blinking. Anyways, I'll see you at the gym, man. Fuck the bullshit.
Back.